In the heart of Yorkshire, our health service is hard at work.
Hello, Barnsley Casualty.
Help him! You shoot me! Ow, 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 ow!
A dedicated team.
You're strong.
You're the first person to say that. Oh, there we go.
Working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
If I run away. I think I've just about got it cracked, this job.
Ready for anything
Don't swear. What are you swearing for?
and everything.
Everything clear?
I'm getting off of it, you know.
Well, you're stuck with me now.
Wow.
I know.
Can't tell, bless.
Look at you, look at you. Any pain at all? No.
Facing life
We're back from the moon.
and death. Trauma
No, don't.
and tears.
I know.
Supporting each other through the toughest shifts.
I just need the use of a cubicle.
I'm not coming home and it's lovely and warm.
It hurts a tiny bit.
Oh, I love it.
It's like champagne. Baptism of fire into Barnsley, isn't it?
This is Barnsley Casualty 24/7.
God bless the NHS.
On shift tonight, consultant Dr. Andrew Greer.
Now, obviously, this is the first time I've met you. To me, the left side of your face looks a bit different to the right.
Right.
Paediatrics nurse Greg Preston.
Can we check if you got a brain too?
Yeah.
The light went all the way through to your other side.
And consultant Dr. Sue Mason.
Hopefully, you'll feel a lot better in a few minutes. Everything clear?
So get ready to share a shift with the team at Barnsley Casualty. One of the worst storms in decades has hit the country. And in Barnsley, a severe weather warning has been issued.
There are 11 flood warnings in place today and 60-mile-an-hour winds hitting us right now.
Storm Eunice is causing havoc. The department is bracing itself.
How far away are you?
It's not long before paramedics bring in the hospital's first victim of the storm. 88-year-old Enid has come in with husband of 30 years Gordon. She split her head open and has a severe 8-inch wound.
I won't let the nurses know you're here.
I'm behind you.
Oh, sorry, Chloe.
Nurse Chloe is on hand.
We're in A&E. All right.
Has Dr. seen this yet? Somebody else, yes.
Is Ros all right?
How have you done it? Walking in town and I tripped and the wind very strong. The wind blew me and I went straight into the side of Bolt's window. Oh, stick went from under me and I went down.
Not yet. They haven't decided.
Just put the phone down now. Talk later.
Hey, what, love?
Well, I'm hoping Doctor will be coming to sort it out so we get it all closed up for you, alright? Has it stopped bleeding?
It's not bleeding now. It's just a wound. It's not bleeding. It looks to have clotted a little bit, so it looks to have stopped.
Has it stopped bleeding?
Yeah, it looks to have stopped bleeding.
You lost plenty.
Yeah, well, I can imagine.
There's nothing worse than a head with bleeding, isn't there?
No. Well, you've got loads of vascular.
Yeah,
I'm
every time.
Network.
Don't
Oh,
talk
I
about
can't
it,
tell you
please.
that. I don't know.
Don't talk
I
about
don't know.
it, please.
We'll see what the doctor says. If you need out in the meantime, though, if you just press the orange button,
Yes.
and it'll set a big clock outside your queue so we can come and see what you want. Alright.
It's important Nurse Chloe assesses Enid
Alright now, Polish.
to see if there are any signs of brain trauma.
Do you know where you are at the moment?
Yes.
Where are you?
I'm in Barnsley Hospital.
Wonderful. What month are we in?
February
February.
16th.
What was Monday?
Monday.
Yeah.
It was Valentine's Day and I got a
Wow.
Valentine's card as well.
Did you? I think I know.
Didn't I not get a Valentine's card?
Of course you do.
Being elderly, Enid is more susceptible to developing a fatal brain injury
Yes, I know.
and will need to be closely monitored.
I wish I'd never got out of bed this morning. I wish
Hello?
I'd stopped in bed. I was safe in bed.
Outside hospital, the gale force winds are not letting up. Nurse Greg and some of the paediatrics team see what's going on.
Well, it is windy, isn't it? Hope it keeps the patients away. What storm is it again? Eugene.
But it's not just the storm that's bringing in patients.
Contact 23-2.
Consultant Dr. Sue Mason takes the call for the next emergency. Paramedics have rushed in a 44-year-old man with chest pains and an accelerated heart rate.
Hey Darren, how you doing? A little sip of water. I'll get you a little tiny sip, but we're going to connect a drip up so you don't get too dry anyway.
Registrar Dr. Eamon Staunton is also on hand. Darren suffers from a heart abnormality that can cause his heart to beat around 3 times faster than the average heart.
Darren's condition is currently potentially life-threatening because his heart rate is very high. This means that he's having reduced blood flow to his heart, which could cause him to have a heart attack.
Can I just move these away? With this particular rhythm, it can be quite dangerous, so we have to be careful how we treat it.
You need to open your mouth as wide as you can and say, ah. Ah. I understand you've had cardioversions a few times before. So, do you understand what we're going to... Yeah. Fine. So we're going to have to cardiovert you to get you back into normal rhythm again, because you can't stay in this rhythm at this speed.
So this has happened to him quite a lot of times. And so we've decided to give him some electricity to the heart to shock it out of that rhythm rather than any medication.
As with everything we do, there are risks and there are benefits. So about 100 times we do this, we'll have to give you some assistance with breathing. There's also a risk of the cardioversion not working.
Right, little sip, not too much, don't gulp it. I'll just sit you up a little bit. While you're sitting up, we'll just slip your t-shirt off, sweetheart. That's it. You relax your arm down now.
The doctors prepare Darren for his radical procedure.
How's it been? It's like it's still in waves, like you were saying earlier.
Still in waves. When it comes, it's around about an 8 or 7 or 8. But when it's not here, it's not too bad. It's not as bad on the chest.
Hopefully, you'll feel a lot better in a few minutes.
Close your eyes, think about that happy face, and stay as chilled out as you can.
Everything clear?
Yep, the oxygen's away.
With everything in place, the team is ready to perform the shock procedure. Outside, Barnsley is being battered by Storm Eunice. Inside, in Rhesus, 44-year-old Darren is suffering from severe chest pains and a rapid heartbeat.
How's it been?
When it comes, it's around about an 8 or 7 or 8.
Dr. Mason and Dr. Staunton have performed a cardioversion on Darren.
Everything clear?
Yep, the oxygen's away.
An electric signal they hope will shock his heart back into a normal rhythm.
It does make me a little bit anxious. Obviously, we're fiddling with the heart, and it can be a slightly anxious moment, knowing whether how the heart is going to react. All right, Darren. Well done.
Yeah, man. Alright. You're in hospital. Darren? You're in hospital, pal. You're alright, mate.
So keep taking those massive breaths in. You're in hospital, you're safe, your heart rate's no longer going fast. Darren? You okay there, mate? Do you know where you are, Darren? Darren?
The storm is continuing to cause mayhem.
There's a tree across the road that's been uprooted.
Healthcare assistant Kerry and student nurse Jessica head outside to inspect the damage.
Oh my god! Oh,
Meanwhile, in cubicle 9, 88-year-old Enid is suffering with an 8-inch open head wound after being blown over by high-speed winds. Gordon, her husband, is with her.
He's abandoned. He's abandoned.
When you give up saying it, I know I can't see it.
I know. I can't feel it. I've never seen a wound like that before.
I'll pop this under your head.
The doctor arrives to stitch Enid's wound.
Did it bleed a lot?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what I'm going to do first is put the anaesthetic in, okay? Just let me know if you need me to stop. Give me a bit sharp. Very small needle, though. Alright.
anaesthetic is essential for such a deep head wound, but receiving it is a painful experience.
Same down this side. Do you feel me poking? No. How about here? Good. Here? Is it a bit sharp? Sorry.
With the anaesthetic getting to work, it's time to stitch up Enid's wound.
Is that okay? Good. Okay. Good. There we go. What else were you meant to be doing today, apart from being here?
That's been going to an organ concert tomorrow. I can't be doing that.
Oh yeah, no.
I'm chairman of the organ society.
Are you? Oh. Do you play the organ yourself then?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
to be chairman of it, I'm guessing you have to have some sort of expertise in.
Oh no, I'd just be able to talk a lot. Organise.
Organise. Coming together, isn't it?
I had a good job. Tough enough, what do you think?
12 so far.
So is it going to be as big as dozen?
It might be.
How long will it take to knit together?
So, within a week it will start been coming together. We
Oh,
usually
yeah.
I'd say to take sutures out about 7 to 10 days.
Will there be a scar?
Yes, I will say there probably will be a scar, but obviously...
Be prominent though, will it?
No, I don't think so, because it's such a clean cut.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
it'll,
It'll look like that's the Mohicans, isn't it?
yeah, we'll have to grow a beacon over it. You won't be able to see it then. But yeah, it's a big one.
It could be worse, it could be my face.
It could have, you're
Very
right.
good.
16.
16. Sweet 16.
Sweet 16.
Pardon?
As Enid is given time to recuperate,
So, I'll leave you there for a bit.
in the hub, volunteer Jane is on lost property duty.
Anybody lost any shoes? Are they your size? Is the Cinderella knocking about? There's a pair of shoes here. Just we know how long they've been here. Put them in here for now. Somebody's obviously not going to walk out at hospital, is it, with no shoes? So if anybody's lost any shoes, there's a pair of size 12s there. I can remember when they didn't want us to wear Crocs.
Yeah.
In A&E, can you remember that? But I can remember a time when they didn't want you to wear trainers either. That's it. You alright, love? Are you warm enough?
Over in paediatrics, they see approximately 60 children per day.
Got here with you today.
New to the department, Nurse Alicia is taking care of 2-year-old Holly.
Who's that? Daddy? What's your name?
Holly and her sister Olivia were playing with Play-Doh when Holly got her finger stuck in a toy.
She had any medication today? No. Holly, would you like some Calpol, some paracetamol? Does it hurt a lot? Do you think she'll benefit from it? Will she benefit from it? Just while we're trying to get it off.
Yeah,
Yeah? I'll go get her some.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm writing about you.
Me?
Mm.
And Olivia?
Yeah, I'm gonna weigh her.
La la la.
Where are you now, Ellie? Holly?
Honey.
Can I lift it up and look at the bottom? Ready? Above your head.
Not on my head.
Yeah. Lift it up. There we go. Thank you. I think what we might have to do, Dad, Doctor's going to come and have a look because it's plastic. We might be able to cut it off ourselves. And then try and get in there and straighten her finger out so she can pull it out. Will it turn green? No. Not on my watch, it won't.
Before she tries to free Holly's finger,
Oh, Doctor's here.
Dr. Cara Evans takes a look.
I thought her finger stuck in there.
Finger's stuck in there.
Yeah, this
Can I have a look at your hand, Holly? Yeah? How did you do this, sweetie? You can let go with this hand. You can let go with this hand. Because I think it's just if she straightens her finger, it'll come out, won't it?
I had just trying to straighten the finger at that, and she just couldn't.
Yeah.
She looked like fixing it, but she's got through
Yeah,
that.
cool. Hey, mate, what trouble you've made, Holly? Shall we come out this room? Yeah, the one of the maybe the treatment room, and we will
Come on, darling.
come and see.
With children who've got their finger stuck in something, sometimes a bit of lateral thinking to work out how the finger is going to get out of whatever they've stuck it in. But certainly a unique emergency department challenge, getting fingers unstuck from objects.
Do you hold Daddy's hand with your other hand? I'm sure you can. Sure you can.
Mama, Daddy.
One, hold on. I'm getting up for
I'd take it off.
With Holly distressed, Dr. Evans is struggling to unscrew the toy. One wrong move by Holly could cause serious damage to her finger. All patched up, Enid and Gordon are finally allowed to go home.
It might have to be a new coat.
Nothing yet. That gets rubbish.
They'll put it in here.
Keep away. See you later.
Hello.
See you later. See you later, love.
God bless the Anita's.
And then everybody's out.
Over in Resus, Darren's been struggling to come around after his electric shock procedure.
There we are, Darren. Where are we? Brilliant.
Well done. That was brilliant.
Good.
Really good. It's worked really well. Are you ready for a cup of tea now, aren't you? Or coffee? We'll get you one in a bit.
Seems to feel a bit better.
You feel a bit better? That's good. Well, that's because your heart's behaving itself a little bit now, so your blood pressure's come up, and that pain that you had across your chest should start to feel a bit better now. So you'll see that's done a really lovely job of taking him out of that really rapid rhythm into the slower rhythm now, going at 66, 67. So we just need to make sure he stays like that. We'll do another heart tracing and just check that out. Thank you. See? And then now we've slowed it down, it's gone back to a more normal looking rate. Although it's not a completely normal looking heart tracing, but that's because of the underlying problems that we already know that Darren's got.
Darren's heartbeat might be back to normal, but Dr. Mason has some news.
Hi Darren, how you doing?
I just feel a bit sick.
Yeah.
And like drifting.
So your blood test has come back and it's gone up a little bit more, which is concerning for your heart. Worries us that you may have had a heart attack. We can't be absolutely sure, but it does indicate that we need to give you some treatment for that. Giving bad news or difficult news to patients is always challenging. So in Darren's situation, he's had lots of treatments for this problem and none of them have worked. So, it must be really difficult for him to be able to have to deal with the knockbacks he's getting all the time. It might explain why you're still feeling a bit rubbish. I'm really sorry about that.
It's devastating news and means Darren's recovery won't be straightforward. There's still a huge risk his heart won't be able to cope with the strain it's been placed under. Outside, the storm is continuing to sweep Barnsley.
You're soaking.
But it's not stopping patients arriving.
Is it throwing it down outside then? Is it? I don't know, I've not seen. I'm stuck in here. Nails are nice.
In the hub, paramedic Sam has brought in 77-year-old Eric with stroke-like symptoms. Sam is briefing Sister Jo Hunter, who's also his mum.
So I woke up at 7:30 this morning. There was some aching in the back of his neck and some right side of the facial droop. And then his speech sort of a bit slower than normal. Right, Eric. Hello. Over there. You'll get your story now, alright, hopefully.
Smashing.
Morning, Eric.
Hello.
My name's Joanne. One of the nurses. Can I just check your blood pressure and that all?
Yeah.
How are you feeling now?
Perfectly alright.
You back to your
Back to
usual
normal.
self?
I just can't believe it.
Put your finger in there
Pressure
for me.
again, innit?
There, no. Can I ask you to squeeze my hands? That's lovely, and release them again. Can you lift this leg up for me? That's lovely. Can you push against me? Your limbs feel weak or anything?
No.
No, they feel back to normal.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Consultant Dr. Andrew Greer needs to assess Eric urgently.
Hello, my name's Drew, one of the doctors. What's happened?
I woke up this morning. I went to football club with the little volunteering work up there.
Yeah.
And I set my alarm, woke up, with neck pain. It's horrible. And as soon as I got the car back on the road, you can see now. And the pain in the neck. Oh, unbelievable.
Still got the neck pain now?
No, not at the moment, no.
Any headaches at all?
No, not anymore. I've had plenty of stuff when I fell on concrete.
Okay, to bring your mask out. Give me a big smile, show me your teeth. Now, obviously, this is the first time I've met you. To me, the left side of your face looks a bit different to the right.
Right.
Would you agree with that, or you're not sure?
No.
What do you think, Joe?
I thought it got some left-sided.
Yeah. So you had a head injury previously, is that
Yeah,
right?
bleed on my brain.
Do you have any surgery for that?
No.
It
We're near enough.
What I think we need to do is just arrange another scan of your head.
Yeah, okay.
Now, it may well be that we need to look at your neck as well at some point,
Yeah.
with this neck pain. Because sometimes, if there's problems with the blood vessels in your neck,
Yeah.
that can cause headaches,
Yeah.
it can cause problems with your vision at those.
Yeah.
But I think we'll start with the scan of your head, and then we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Shut up.
The team needs to get to the bottom of Eric's symptoms as quickly as possible. A bleed on the brain or stroke could be life-threatening for Eric.
I hope I haven't had a stroke. Yeah, that's all I need. But all being well, it's just the blood pressure again.
44-year-old Darren is in resus. Since arriving this morning with chest pains and a rapid heart rate, he's had his heart shocked and might have had a heart attack.
There's a chemical that's detected in the blood called troponin, and it's a really good way of testing whether people have had a heart attack, because the troponin levels in the blood go up very quickly. And so we do these tests quite a lot when people come in with chest pain. So it could be a combination of obviously what's been happening to you this morning and the drugs that you've had and things that's made you feel like this. But we're going to give you some more drugs now just to upset things. But hopefully that will protect your heart, which is our primary concern, really. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And ups with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions or anything?
No. I can't feel
You're all right for now. All right, Darren. Yeah. Okay. All right, smashing. Thank you.
Okay.
But Darren's heart rate is not stable and begins to slow down. It becomes dangerously low. Dr. Greer takes a look at him.
Just going to give you a bit of oxygen to breathe, okay? No, you're not now, you're alright. Keeping us on our toes, aren't you?
Unable to keep Darren's heart rate at a normal level, the team is getting increasingly concerned.
We'll use these ones, they're a bit more reliable.
The reason we keep patients with these types of conditions in a monitored bed in resus is because they often can become quite unstable quite quickly. So because of ongoing restriction of the blood flow, probably to the bottom part of Darren's heart, his heart rate dropped very low and he had a fainting episode because of lack of his heart not pumping the blood around effectively enough. And we've given him a drug called atropine, which speeds your heart up, and we're going to give him an infusion of a drug that will keep his heart rate at a normal level as well.
All the team can do now is wait and hope that drugs take effect.
What's the wait time, doing it, mate?
In paediatrics, Nurse Greg and Nurse Johnny are comparing notes.
I saw a 4-year-old with a marble stuck up his nose. Nice. That was pretty decent. His mum did the mother's kiss, and it fired out and hit the sink. That's pretty good. That was pretty.
cheese up someone's nose last week.
Cheese?
And I asked him why he'd
What,
done
like a
it.
block of cheese?
No, it was like a little bit of cheese. He picked it off and put it up his nose, and I said, why have you done that? And he just went, because it fit. Fair enough, it's a good answer.
In Cubicle 1, Dr. Evans is trying to get 2-year-old Holly's stuck finger out of a Play-Doh toy.
Colours. Which colour would you like then? The pink. I bet you like the pink one, don't you? I do.
Which
green. Blue.
Still struggling to unscrew the toy, Dad Adam gives it a go.
I've never seen anything like that. Normally it's a ring.
With Holly becoming increasingly distressed, the teen tries hardest to distract her. The distraction seems to be working. Holly calms down, letting Dad Adam unscrew the toy.
I did it with this.
There you go. You didn't use me at all. You were very... It was actually just Dad helping her to take the finger out was what solved the problem for us. So much more straightforward actually than I was anticipating. Can you bend your finger like this for me? Go on then. Oh yeah, well done. Good girl. So she's moving it just fine. She's not tender anywhere and her blood coming back in the end of her finger, so I think she's all good to go.
Perfect.
There you go. Patient where I've done the least all day. You've done it all. Bye.
girls.
Thank you. See you later.
Bye, girls.
Darren's heart rate has stabilised again, and he phones to update partner Wendy.
Got results in my blood. Took the finger in an heart attack. I'm going to put me onto a ward. Give me some word drugs because I feel a bit rubbish here.
Darren was kept in resus for 6 hours before being taken to the cardiology department, where his medication was changed. 2 weeks later, he had to return for another cardioversion, which worked, and Darren is currently doing well. 77-year-old Eric has been to radiology for a CT scan after suffering from a suspected stroke. Last year, he had a bleed on the brain. Dr. Richard Gentles takes a look at both scans.
So that's Eric's scan from December last year, where all this grey bit in his brain, that sort of wiggly bit on the outside is completely normal, that black bit in the middle is completely normal. This bright and white part at the front, there's some bleeding there at the time, and today's, he's got a vessel in there. That side of his brain has got this nice wiggly line with some black around it, straight line down the middle. He's sort of lost the wiggliness of his brain, and it's been pushed across to about to there by this slightly different shade of grey, and that's blood that's accumulated there for some reason.
With a further bleed on Eric's brain detected, Dr. Greer now has to investigate his neck pain in case there's a connection.
Have you still got neck pain now?
A little bit, but not as bad as it was this morning.
Have a look across here. You got any discomfort there?
Yeah, I feel something.
Is there discomfort there?
Yeah.
Is it alright around the back?
Yeah.
The reason I ask, has it been explained to you what your scan has shown?
Yeah, some more bleed, isn't it?
Yeah. What I'm worried about as well with the neck pain, sometimes this bleed will be because of the blood vessels in your neck. So I'd like to scan your neck as well. We've obviously done your head already. It's going to be an MRI scan that we're going to do of your neck. Any aneurysm clips, any coils?
No. Okay.
Lovely.
Lovely. Thank you. Another scan. Smashing it. I've been complaining about this neck pain for ages and ages. My wife keeps saying, go to doctors, and I hate going to doctors. But I should have done.
7 hours after being admitted, he's off for his second scan of the day.
Just keep your hand in there, if I just put it. That's it, mate. Easy. Taxi driver.
Senior MRI radiographer Andy Hardy conducts Eric's scan.
We'll start from scratch, so it's 2 parts this. We'll look at your head, which will take about 10 minutes, and then we're going to look at the blood vessels in your neck, which is about under 10 or 15 minutes. Okay. One scan for the injecting a dye from this candle that you've got in your arm. You watch it go through your heart, and as soon as it starts filling blood vessels from your heart up into your head, we start scanning. And we're trying to see if there's any little tears or blockages that might explain your symptoms. Alright.
Emergency buzzer. Just give that a squeeze if you need us, okay?
Yeah.
Bring your head slightly forward for me. Okay. And a little bit of a quick note at the start. Just got to take some pictures. Okay. If you look over clearer, you see me waving. Yeah? Okay.
Radiographer Andy first concentrates on Eric's brain.
4 minutes, you know what's coming now.
This particular type of scan assesses what we call diffusion and flow in the brain. Really good indicator as to whether there's been any sort of brain damage from a stroke, either from his bleed or from sort of brain tissue dying off where blood supply has been interrupted.
How you doing, Eric? You alright? Yes, sir. Okay, we've only got scans looking at your blood vessels left to do now, alright? Well done, fella. Come in and bring you out.
Yeah.
We're back from the moon.
While Eric is wheeled back to Casualty, his scans are analysed.
This is a scan for this chap's blood vessels. So this is what his aorta leaving his heart. These two diversions here supply your neck and your brain. They divide at this point to become vertebral artery and internal carotid artery. And this piece of artwork here is what we call circular Willis, and it's a ring of blood vessels and joins deep in the centre of the brain. And nature's designed it so that if you get a blockage on one side, blood can still flow around that circle. So what our specialists will do now, they'll do detailed analysis for this scan. They'll make models of it, spin it round, illusions as we call them, that explain this chap's ongoing neck pain.
If there are tears in the blood vessels in Eric's neck, untreated, they could be life-threatening. In Barnsley, Storm Eunice is still raging.
My barbecue blew off, but it got wrapped around my giant umbrella, so it's fine. I'm not putting it back on, I've trapped it under a gas bottle.
But it's not stopping the Casualty team treating the growing number of emergencies. And in paediatrics, Nurse Greg has his next patient.
Alright, Harvey, would you like to come and sit on this chair in here and ask your mum some questions? Is that okay? Good lad.
5-year-old Harvey injured his head at school. He's been brought in by Mum Melanie and little brother Barney.
And is he allergic to anything?
Not that I know of.
I'm allergic to...
Homework?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you want me to write that down? I chose to do paediatrics because I thought if I want to be a nurse, I might as well work with kids as well. And I'm a big kid at heart. Still get Lego for my birthday and stuff like that. I absolutely love it. Harvey, does your head hurt?
A tiny bit.
Would you like some medicine to make you feel a bit better?
No, thank you.
Are you sure? If you decide that you do want some medicine, will you come and get us?
Yeah.
Good lad. Alright, Harvey, can you tell me what happened?
So I was at school and I was running through this red fence and I hit my head on the fence and it was bleeding.
Oh dear. And do you remember it happening?
Mhm.
And have you been sick?
No.
Good.
I've never been
School didn't say
sick.
he knocked himself out, did him? Did him or not? You've never been sick?
No.
Ever?
No.
Never, ever?
No.
Wow. Right, mister, we're going to have a look at your head, okay? We'll give it a clean and then we'll be able to decide if the doctor's going to put a little bit of glue on it. And if they do, I can glue it for you. Yeah? So we'll do that, we'll give it a clean, we'll dress it back up and we'll wait to be seen by a doctor. How does that sound? That sound cool? Alright. Let me have a look, buddy.
Cool.
Really cool. Did school do this?
Yes.
They've done a good job. Let's have a look, buddy. Oh, that'll glue nicely. Am I right to give it a clean?
Mhm. It hurts.
Sorry, buddy. What we'll do, we'll put a nice wet bandage on it and let it soak, and that'll get rid of, because it's a bit stuck at the dried blood. There's dried blood in your hair and it's a bit stuck, so it's pulling on your hair. Alright, it's lovely and clean, that one, so it should come back together really fine. Alright. So we put another bandage on your head?
Yeah.
Good lad.
Well done.
In a second, I'm going to have a look in your eyes, alright? Can you hold that on there for me? Good lad. Some kids, when they come to the head injury, they can be really, really quiet and withdrawn, because obviously they've had that big rush of adrenaline coming Tweedy today, like nothing's happened. Alright, I'm going to have a look in your eyes and I'm going to ask you to do some silly things, okay? Right, you look at me. Look at my nose. Fantastic. Should we check if you've got a brain too?
Yeah.
Well, the light went all the way through to the other side. You don't have a brain. Right, can you stand up for me?
I do have a brain.
Do you have a brain? Hold my hands. You squeeze as hard as you can. And can you jump up and down for me? Good lad. Put your hands above your head and clap. Good lad. Fab, you can have a seat in the waiting area, Mum.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, buddy.
It's all sticky.
In Casualty, Eric's waiting for the results of his MRI scan after suffering from a further bleed on the brain and severe neck pain. His wife has come to see him.
Yeah, they're going to put me in the ward.
Dr. Sean Burns has taken over Eric's treatment and has some news.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So, we've had a speak to the doctors over at Wakefield Pinderfields Hospital.
Yeah.
You're going to go across there. Okay.
Right.
So what's happened is, the neck pain you had is probably, one of the arteries in your neck has ripped.
Yeah.
Okay. And when it rips, it blocks the blood flow to your brain. Okay. And where it is at the back, it gives you symptoms.
Right.
Like you've had this morning. It's technically a type of stroke. Okay. A strange stroke that we don't see very often, but a stroke. You need to go across there to be managed best.
Eric was transferred to the Royal Hallamshire Hospital for treatment of both his conditions. Surgery for the bleed on his brain was successful, and his artery tear is still being monitored by the hospital.
I heard someone say my name.
In paediatrics, Nurse Greg is back with 5-year-old Harvey.
Hello again, mister. You mind coming up and look at your eyes?
Yeah.
I can come and glue it, is that alright?
Do you like superheroes?
I love superheroes.
I know you do, and I know which one it is. Iron Man.
No, my favourite's Thor.
Oh.
Who's your favourite?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Have you seen the new Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Do you want to lie down? Can you look at that lion for me? What noise do lions make?
Can you not try to do it too rough?
Yeah, I'll be a bit more gentle. Get it nice and wet then. It's a proper bloke, Harvey. Really, really confident. Definitely a Yorkshire lad. Really, just... I'll do. I'm nearly done cleaning. All right, nearly. Stay nice and still. I'm nearly done. Right. Cleaning's done. I'm drying now. All right.
That doesn't hurt. It hurts a tiny bit.
It will do a tiny bit. Right, you need to stay nice and still while I put this glue on. All right.
Okay. And I'm older. I'm going to be Spider-Man too.
Are you? I think you'd make a fantastic Spider-Man.
I couldn't even feel a thing.
Good, we're nearly done.
How much more, Dad?
Not many.
5 or 1?
Less than that.
1.
Nearly done. I'm just waiting for it to dry.
0 then.
0.
Really?
Give me one more, Dad.
Okay. That was not 1.
It was. I'm just waiting for the glue to still come out. Here we go. Alright. Wait a second. Yeah, do you want to have a look, Mum?
Oopsies.
Lovely.
Yeah, you happy with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good. I'll give you some advice sheets to take home. Yeah. Oh, have you given me? Oh, thank you. That's amazing.
Do you want to read it to him?
Go on, do you want to read it?
To Greg, I love you. Thank you, from Harvey.
Thank you, Harvey. That's very nice. Thank you for being super, super good. Do you want a sticker to take home with you?
Please.
I've got stickers with my name on it, so you can have one of them.
That.
I've got superhero ones. I've got Spider-Man ones.
Can I have a Spider-Man?
Yeah, of course you can. There you go.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. You get home safe and watch that head.
Stick it at the end of Harvey. Harvey's Spider-Man.
We'll see you soon.
Outside, Storm Eunice has finally subsided, and Nurse Greg is clocking off.
Look, my job, yeah. I really do. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Like I say, I'm so glad that I chose to do nursing. I never wake up and think, oh, I've got work today. I'm always excited to come to work. I'm always looking forward to it.
And while he goes home for some rest, Barnsley Casualty is ready and waiting for its next patient. Next time on Casualty 24/7.
All new ones. Look like lambs to slaughter.
Is the lack of force on its own enough to kind of bump her up?
If you break this trolley, you pay for it.
Yeah.
And we're back at Casualty 24/7 next Thursday at 9. He was the man who cried on TV for the kids he was later found to have killed. Responders face a grisly incident involving a circular saw next in new Ambulance Code Red.